2 days, one appeal from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. As the PM once again urges Indians to save fuel, avoid unnecessary gold purchases, and cut foreign travel amid the escalating West Asia crisis. Anxiety among citizens is building up. Common households to financial markets, there seems to be a rising latent fear. But why this sudden flagging? Is all well? Hi, I'm Chandni Jain, and before we dive deeper into the message, its hidden meaning, its post-election timing, and above all its implications, I would like to insist that Government of India has maintained that there is adequate reserves in the country for fuel, and there is no cause for panic. Let us not forget that it was a panic hoarding of vehicular fuel and cooking gas that led to a short-term superficial crisis. First, let us understand PM Modi's 7-point message. The first thing he said was to reduce fuel consumption. PM encouraged the use of public transport, carpooling over personal vehicles. Shift to electric vehicles, that is EVs. Increase the use of EVs for transportation. PM has also advised to utilize railway services for cargo and parcel movement instead of road transport. Next is resume work from home. Re-adopt work from home practices, virtual meetings and video conferencing similar to pandemic era to reduce commuting. Postpone gold purchases. Avoid buying gold for 1 year. As India imports over 90% of its gold, avoid foreign travel. Postpone non-essential foreign trips and weddings abroad for 1 year to conserve foreign exchange. Another one is vocal for local, that is buying Swadeshi. Promote and buy made in India products to reduce dependence on foreign imports. And then comes cut fertilizer and edible oil usage. Farmers are encouraged to use 50% less chemical fertilizers and shift towards natural farming. Consumers are also urged to reduce consumption of cooking oils. All of this is advisory and not mandatory. Advisory means it is suggested to put the message into practice, and had it been mandatory, then government would have issued it as a rule with punitive actions for disobedience. So first in Hyderabad and then in Gujarat, PM Modi's austerity call alarmed the nation, since people feel his requests have deeper implications. This austerity call comes in global economic backdrop that is becoming increasingly volatile. Trump's Iran war isn't heading for a resolution, and the world doesn't know for how long the Strait of Hormuz will remain choked. Oil prices are surging, supply chains are disrupted, and pressure is building on India's import bill, foreign exchange reserves, and currency markets. Brent crude has climbed past the $100 mark, and we import nearly 85% of crude oil requirements. As of mid-May 2026, Indian oil marketing companies are absorbing daily losses of approximately 1,000 crore to 1,600 crore rupees to maintain stable retail fuel prices. The impact is already visible. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh chaired the 5th meeting of informal group of ministers, which was attended by key ministers handling petroleum, railways, aviation, fertilizers, ports, and science. The message was clear. India currently has around 60 days of crude oil and natural gas reserves, 45 days of LPG stock, and foreign exchange reserves of nearly $703 billion. So there is no immediate shortage, but a lot of pressure. But why gold? One appeal that triggered the sharpest reaction. PM's request to avoid non-essential gold purchases for 1 year. India is among the world's largest gold importers, and large gold imports put additional pressure on India's trade deficit and foreign exchange reserves. Since both oil and gold require massive dollar outflows, the government does not want to discourage gold ownership permanently, but address temporary import management. Let's talk about weakening rupee. The RBI has taken some measures to curb dollar purchases via banks. While this stopped the sharp downslide of rupee, but it has not been arrested yet. It continues to fall and stands today at rupees 95.7 per dollar. While the institutional importers of crude and sulfur cannot be blocked, non-essential import of gold can reduce the margin of pressure on rupee. A rupee devaluation hurts the dollar reserve, and that's why the concern needs to be addressed. So to wrap up, I would like to reiterate, PM Modi's austerity measures are advisory and not mandatory, but heading to these advisory initiatives will hold India in good stead amid the continuing global economic turbulence. As the pilot says in an airborne aircraft, please tie your seat belts, we are in a turbulent air pocket.